house and stuff like that. But she worked like nearly 25 to 30 years to build what she have.
Which is why, you were born in the D.C. area.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is pretty much
navigating back. And the piece that I missed in all of this, because we've covered so much, is I understand the D.C. area. I understand the Fredericksburg, Virginia area. How did Pensacola, Florida ever factor into the equation?
That was on my father's side of the family.
Okay.
So my grandmother on my father's side of the family, she was a mean, strict English teacher. And she was very much church-going teacher. So, of course, because my parents were very young when they had me, they felt like, okay, they were doing some stuff when they were younger, and they felt like I was very safe.
Mm-hmm.
More so safe to be around my grandmother during that time.
Yeah.
But in the South was very different. It was very taboo to be a biracial child or a multiracial child, let alone a multiracial or biracial family. So I was the first in that family.
Wow, that's an incredible story. I mean, it's, you're talking about the fact that you have literally navigated and continue to keep your toes in with the contracting firm, the CIA, and the world of wrestling and entertainment, all this. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, like my stepfather, he worked in dealing with the FBI.
Yeah.
And contracting for them. I had my brother who did the military, and now he's in the process of trying to get his clearance and working with CIA. I have done government contracting with them.
Mm-hmm.
My mother, she built from the ground up of having a recruiting firm, and having customers, let alone a relationship with them throughout so many years. So I wouldn't want my mother's hard-earned work, let alone what she had built, go to waste.
Sure.
So even though I have a youngest brother, and even though my other brother, he's dealing with his own thing, I think my mother feels more secure and safe that I'll take on that role if she so chooses to retire.
And that kind of leads me to this question, because there's so much going on now for you. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now, Renee?
Honestly, I don't know. I hope I'm still alive, But other than that, I don't know if I'll still be in wrestling. I really don't know. Because currently right now, like, this year I'll be 36, Do I love wrestling? Absolutely, yes. If I had a son and he wanted to become a wrestler, I'm all for it. If I have a daughter, I'll be more so very rare. Can you imagine having a daughter that looks like me and trying to get in the world of wrestling?
Be dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Very dangerous. And then there's, like, my husband. He's, like, blonde hair, blue eyes, Can you imagine, like, God forbid if I have a son that look like David Beckham with a tan, or or a daughter that kind of looks like, I don't know, like maybe Halle Berry with like ice blue eyes or something like that. I don't know, or honey blonde hair. Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't know what my child will pop up looking like,
Yeah.
But if I had a son, I wouldn't mind being him in wrestling. If I had a daughter, I'd be very weary because, let's be totally honest, men and women in wrestling, we're all fucking nuts. We're all crazy.
I know I am.
Yeah, like we're in the world of wrestling, we're all nuts. We're all not there in the head. But if you're able, like, I'm a firm believer, whatever that you make in wrestling, save.
Sure.
You have to save. It's imperative to save. All the money, and even if you don't save and make the investment, it's like in order to make money, you have to spend money. Yeah. So if you're making money and then you're spending money to have better gear, better pictures, whatever the case may be.
It's not what you make, it's what you save.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And, that brings me to this point. I've been involved recently, and I didn't really mean for this even to explode like it did, as a feud with a man who made an absolute fortune in the wild and wacky world of professional wrestling and didn't save, and was supposed to be here in this studio and involved in hosting one of our big events.
Oh, really?
The Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
And I don't know how much you know about my recent feud with
No, you were
Rick.
recently telling me that, and I was like, that's crazy. I remember one time at MCW that I was kind of like a semi-manager for Ric Flair, and I walked him down to the ring. And I was wearing a red glittery dress, and I had darker hair. I had like blackish brown hair during that time. And he was wearing like a black suit. I think he was wearing like a purple tie. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But he looked very clean and crisp. But I don't know what he was doing with his money or anything like that. But he was very much of a gentleman.
Yeah.
So like the story that you were telling me about Rick, I was very bumfounded because he was just like the sweetest. He was like the sweetest man ever.
That's a good luck.
Well, you know,
that's a good luck.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, it is. I like that.
That's
How's
I
your
like
good luck?
that.
Well,
I
in
like
Italy,
that.
when you drop when you drop
It's good
some
luck when you
alcohol,
spill a little vino.
when you spill a vino, it means like it's a good luck.
Am I gonna get money out of this?
Yes, that's why. Keep it like that. They don't like leave it
So
like that.
so back to the point here. What you're saying here is it's true. You know, and I wish Rick and Wendy nothing but the best.
Yeah.
Nothing but the best. But you know, and I've known Rick for quite a while, and I got under his skin in a way I didn't expect to. And I am a heel. And a heel in life sometimes, and I try to push people's buttons, just joking. And no, it was. I mean, Kevin Sullivan told me, and I found this out the night before when I was out with Kevin, the show where I met you in Daytona, that I had caused Rick to lose his mind. He was so mad at me, and I'm gonna say it one time for the
Under his
folks.
skin.
One time, Rick, I'm giving you the chest. 25 unanswered chops. Rick's revenge. I'm talking about The Gathering, North Carolina. We've already talked to Tully Blanchard. We've already talked to Arn Anderson. They're going to be there. Bill Hazelwood, who's promoting the event, has asked you to come and give me 25 unanswered chops. Rick, you're going to get it. 25. You're going to get your revenge guaranteed. 25 unanswered chops.
Did he do it?
Will he? That's the question.
No, he hasn't done it yet.
He hasn't accepted yet. The offer's been put out there.
How long ago?
It's happening right now as we speak. This is for August for The Gathering.
25?
I'm allowing him to give me 25 chops. It's not a match. It's Rick's revenge because I feel guilty that I contributed to him losing.
Guilty?
He blames me for the loss of his wife and his marriage, and
What?
I want him to
that
get
has nothing
his
to do
revenge.
with you.
Well, I'm a nice guy. What
No,
can I say? I want him
absolutely
to
not. Absolutely not. Okay, what's going on in their personal life that's between them, it has nothing to do with you. Okay, who knows what's been festering beforehand before you even came into picture? Maybe you might be the caveat of
I think it might have been the lost straw. Yeah.
Who knows?
It broke the camel's back.
But regardless, at the end of the day, it was going to get there with you being there or not.
Yes. No, I agree. But
There's no but. There's no ifs, ands, or buts
so
about
you're
it.
thinking I should retract this offer for Rick's revenge?
Absolutely, yes. Unless you want to go ahead and so seemingly be chopped 25 times, but that's solely on to you.
We'll see if
Sir?
Rick accepts. I don't know. Will he accept? I don't want to wrestle. Says he's a 73-year-old man. I want to give him the opportunity to get his revenge on me.
Oh, I cut him.
You know.
All right.
Ay. Well,
be
let's
positive.
get back
Let's
to
be
the wine.
positive
Let's get.
now.
I was trying to put
Can
a
you
positive
put a
spin
song?
on
Actually, you
it.
said you're gonna serenade.
After the Montepulciano di Abruzzo.
You telling him to serenade me? You should serenade me.
Well, you sing for her too. Can't you sing for her too? Come on over here. Come on.
I'm
What's
a
going
terrible-
on over here?
I'm a terrible singer. Like when I get the alcohol growing, it's like
I think you're a good singer. Come on, you got the voice.
you got the voice.
Oh, I'm not.
He has
Lying.
got the voice.
You're lying. Because I
Listen,
can tell by
when
the
you talk
raspy
about
voice.
wine, food,
Wine and
travel,
food, yeah, I can
that's
talk about
Massimo.
that.
But now he's the singer right
No, you are. You deep secretly are.
here. I love it.
All right.
Guys, you didn't tell me what you think about the Prosecco.
I love Prosecco.
I love it.
For me, this is the Sunday wine. Sunday is a relaxing day. We start the afternoon, early afternoon, with some nice cold oysters, raw on the half shell, and there's nothing better than a nice Prosecco with it.
Can you do one song, please?
I'm gonna
Make
sing
me
for.
happy.
I'm singing for her after the Montepulciano.
Are you gonna serenade
That's how
me?
we're. That's how
Is
we're
that
gonna
what it
close
is?
the
Red
show.
one.
That's how we're
We're
gonna-
not gonna drink the red one.
Yeah,
just
we're
so
gonna
you know.
drink the red. We
How?
have
I'm
to
not gonna
open the
mix.
Montepulciano.
Yeah, but can you finish this one?
Yeah. I'm
I
finished.
want to see that. Come
I'm
on.
gonna finish it.
Go,
You know,
go,
you
go.
don't want me to drink too much, or it'll affect my singing voice. You know.
Are you here to serenade me?
I'm gonna have to switch seats and sit there with you so I
No,
can
but-
go
Oh,
right next to
snap.
the gorgeous woman. Hey, you keep giving me more of this. We'll never get to the Montepulciano, eh?
Which one did you like better, the prosecco or the?
I cannot
Sparkling
give
Pinot
an
Grigio.
answer because I have not gotten to the third one.
Oh, the third one is red wine.
Okay.
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 So you want to see which one? You
Yes.
gotta taste that one and then.
Yeah.
you tell
I don't
me.
like to judge. You know, I like to see all my options.
Oh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a smart woman. That's
Yes.
a classy woman. My God.
I'm very happy that I met you.
Oh,
You're cool.
really?
You're very cool. You're nice. You have good energy.
Oh.
I want to tell you, Massimo,
Yes.
I was at a low point in Daytona Beach. I was on a wrestling show, and I was out back in the locker room. My dad had just passed away just a few days before, and I was feeling so bad. And then I locked eyes with the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen in my life. Was you. And we were back there, and you brightened up my day. You brightened up my year, my month. I was hit at a low
The
point.
guy's in love over here.
Yeah, he was. It was so funny. I would say it was very hilarious. Because as much as he was complimenting me, he had no idea that I was dealing with the drama.
Yeah, she had a lot of
You were
drama
dealing
at
with
that
drama?
show. You want to tell her?
Oh, God. Oh, God. It was just. So I got contacted at the last minute for a show. And it was for Atomic Pro. And I guess one girl either so happened to opt it out, but that wasn't even the case. I guess she got, I guess she got unbooked. And I was dealing with a match in a three-way. So you have Teal Piper, you have Paola Blaze, who's from the 90 Day Fiancé, show, and she got into the world of wrestling. Beautiful girl, good soul, beautiful girl, And then there was another female that was supposed to be on the card before I even came into the picture with MJ Jenkins. So I guess MJ Jenkins, she so happened to be not on the show. And during the time, I did not know the reason why, because in my head, I'm like, that's very unlike for MJ Jenkins not to be on the show. Because MJ Jenkins never be not on the show, because, she worked hard. She used to be in NXT and everything like that, and her work ethic is very, good as far as I know. So I guess she somehow not being on the show, and then I got called at the last minute, and that week I was dealing with the week of the 2 or 3 weeks of not only that my abuelo, my grandfather passing, but also my uncle passing as well. So I was
Sorry to hear that.
it's the way of life, so God rest my soul with my abuelo, the Cuban, Casanova as he is.
Yes.
And
Italiano Casanova too.
yeah, yeah. And my uncle, which is my mother's brother and everything. So I was dealing with that. I was contacted at the, last minute. I left after the funeral when I was supposed to really initially be there 2 days extra, but I left after the funeral and everything like that. And I come there at the show at Atomic Road, Daytona, where we first met. And I really had no idea what was going on. So I was dealing with Teal Piper, and I guess her husband, boyfriend, whatever the fuck he may be, that time.
Damon, right? Or
Damos. Or something like that.
And Teal Piper, to explain, the daughter of the rowdy one, the late great Rowdy Piper.
Yeah. So it was just a lot of fucking drama, you know, and I was just like, there's no need for this extra particular drama that's going on. Is it indies? Is it work? You know, and then I guess Viola Blaze, she felt very uncomfortable, whatever that transpired, you know, during the whole event, that her manager ended up calling the promoter. And I was there during that time, and the promoter explained that she felt very uncomfortable. So I would, at the end of the show and everything, I was able to piece the puzzles together. Granted, I'm gonna be totally honest. You know, Teal, she have or had opportunities. You know, and she needs to find herself versus finding herself with someone else. And
That
there's
makes
nothing
sense.
and
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that, you know. And she's a grown adult. She's gonna make the choices that she makes, you know, and when or if she does decide, there will be people that will be backing her up in that situation. But I do wish her the very best. You know, she does.
I just want to interject one thing. I did know her father, the rowdy one.
Yeah, I have absolutely the
I
most respect for him.
Yeah, I did a book that his mentor, Roddy Piper's mentor, Gene LaBelle, wrote the foreword for, and spent some time with Roddy at Gene and Gokor Savichkin's old dojo in California many years ago, back in the mid 2000s, and always liked Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
He was a great guy, one of the greatest of all time in the wild world of professional wrestling. So I didn't even know that he had a daughter that was
I
in
did not know
professional
either.
wrestling.
I did not know either.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
literally, I did
interesting.
not know either.
Yeah.
Like, as much as like Ronda Rousey promote like Roddy Piper,
Yeah.
you would have think that Ronda was her daughter.
And do you know why that is? I can shed a lot of light because Rhonda's mother was an Olympic medalist in judo as well, and as well as Rhonda, and was very close with Gene LaBelle, and Gene was the one who put Roddy together, you know, with Rhonda. And I'll say Roddy knew the mother as well. That was a close knit group in Southern California, and I met all of them through Eric Paulson when I was training out of CSW years ago, and he had me go and stay. I lived for a while at Gene's house in Hollywood and trained with those guys. So great lineage there from Ronda Rousey and Roddy Piper. But once again, I didn't even know that there was a Teal Piper out there.
I seriously did not know either. I never knew anything about her daughter. But, you know, when Roddy passed away, he had a book coming in. And Teal basically took on that burden, you know. And it's not like, I wouldn't even consider it a bad thing,
Yeah.
you know, but because she then found out so many stories of what her father did throughout all these years. So I don't blame her for being inspired, you know,
Sure,
wanting to get into
sure.
wrestling,
Sure.
which is great. It's just that with any entertainment that you get in, there are positive or negative. There are sharks, there are snakes, you know,
Sure.
and you have to figure out what type of people that you want to surround yourself. You are the sum of the company that you keep,
Absolutely.
you know, and as unfortunate that may be, it is what it is due to society. So I do wish her the very best. Like, she does have a great soul. It's just her as an adult, she has to figure out what type of individual that she will want to surround herself with, that she wants to be with, and that she wants to associate with, you know.
Yeah.
And that's all I could possibly say. Like, you know, like, she is a sweet girl, you know.
Yep,
It's just
definitely. You know, I think that we all in life sometimes surround ourselves or align ourselves with toxic people, and I think it's for the individual to make that determination that they have to move forward. But I'll tell you one thing that is not toxic, and I can guarantee you, and that is the capiche, Montepulciano di
capiche.
Abruzzo, which we're going to close it out with. We're going to close it out with the capiche. Yeah, I'm going to sing. I'm going to sing after this capiche. We want to get to this, and then I'm going to
Capiche.
close it out with a song for you.
I gotta learn some
You
Italian.
gotta finish that
from
one
you.
first.
Yeah, I do.
One shot. Oh, you did it.
I have a whole semester of Italian under my
Tell me
belt.
what you think. I was in my house. The temperature was not too strong, so I don't want to make sure it's, you know, to see if it's,
Oh yeah, let me try.
if it's something else. Can you tell if, because it's supposed to be a certain temperature. It was in my house for a while.
No, it's good. This is good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's still good. It's good.
You always say it's good. I love it.
It's good. I'll go.
Oh, she finished. That's good.
Yes, I
You did a
finished.
good job. This is capiche. That's the
Capiche.
main event. Capiche.
Now, explain to Renee or to anyone that doesn't know what the word capiche means.
Capiche means do you understand?
You understand? That's what it means.
Yeah, in Italian. And like I told you in the
Capiche.
movies, like
You get it? Like
yeah,
immediately, you get
no,
it?
like they understand, yeah. So like they use this word in a lot of movies actually. Like I told you, like The
So
Godfather.
how long have you been in the winery?
The wine, I grew up with my grandfather. He owns a vineyard, but
For how many
in the
years?
business, I was very little when I used to go in the farm with him. But I was just going there as like a little kid, just to play around, you know. But when I started the business 2 years ago during the pandemic,
Oh.
so I got the first actual container from Italy because Italy was closed.
Mm.
January 14.
Oh.
And when I got the first container, yeah. Because for 2 years Italy was closed, everything was closed.
Oh
You know that.
wow. Yeah, it was a very
Yeah.
tough time.
Now, Italy was the very first
So
that we
who-
heard about.
So do you do the designing of the capiche on your own?
Well,
or
no, I have a graphic
deal
designer,
with-
but I give him the idea, and then he develop the idea. That's like that's me on the bottle.
That's you in a bottle.
Yeah.
But what was the reason for the horse at the top?
The horse on the top, that's the real Chooch Wine Company. That's the Chooch, supposed to be little Chooch. I mean, it's like a little donkey, but it's not a donkey. It's like more
Not
like
a
a
donkey?
horse.
A horse? A
Yeah,
stallion?
it's a horse.
A
It looks
stallion.
like a Ferrari horse, but it's not because you cannot really do that. So it's like unique horse.
Now, in
But that's-
Italiano, is it caballo? Is that
Cavallo, no cavallo. Cavallo is in Spanish actually.
Caballo is Spanish.
Caballo.
Caballo.
How do you say a horse in Italian?
Caballo.
Cavallo.
Cavallo. It's a V.
Caballo.
Yes.
Cavallo.
My Italian is horrible. I had one semester of Italiano, and I had many years of Spanish. So when I speak or
You
attempt
mix it
to
up.
speak, I mix
Oh,
it up
yeah.
all the time.
Can you sing, please?
We're going to close this out, but we need to change seats.
Oh,
We're going to close out this episode.
Why would you do this for?
Because I'm
What's
gonna
going on?
serenade- I'm not
You're gonna
serenading you.
serenade me.
I'm
That's what it
serenading
is.
you.
Oh, really?
I'm serenading you. Here we go. It's very rare. It is very
Oh,
rare
God.
that I sing.
Rarity.
Very, very
please
rare.
Please X out me singing because I was a hot
Oh, you want to
mess.
edit it out? I thought it
Yes.
was great.
Oh no.
Let me see your hand.
Oh,
Your
no.
mano.
You want to see my?
That's what I'm talking
Let me see your
about.
hand.
You want to see my hand?
And I will close this episode out with song.
Oh yeah.
And this is a classic
make a
song
Go ahead.
that many of you will recognize. It was it was
And you
first
rubbing
sung
my hand.
and performed, of course, by another
That's
king.
part of that. It's normal. It's like when
It was first performed by another king. And
Another king.
And
Well,
now
as-
the king
as
of
you rubbing my
Connecticut will
hand.
sing it for you. Here we go. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin? For I can't help falling in love with you. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
bravissimo!
The TVT podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's the best singer in the world.
When you're involved in an accident, it can shatter your entire life. Suddenly, you have physical injuries, lost wages, medical bills, and you are stressed.
You don't have to do this on your own. Don't leave your life in pieces.
Call the Berman Law Group, and we'll help you put the pieces of your life back together.
We aggressively represent clients who have been injured, but if there's no recovery, you don't owe us any fees or costs.
We have recovered our clients over $250 million, and we want to get you the money you deserve.